class in opposition to this bill.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. She hasn't said anything. She's a complete coward.
Yeah, I was about ready to say, when did she come out and say anything about this?
She said nothing. Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Leading.
Yeah.
She doesn't
About this bill? What do you mean, yesterday?
Yeah, she hasn't said anything about it.
Right.
That
Well,
I know of.
I see, but this is, John, where I get a little bit like, they expect, I mean, Hillary Clinton, first of all, is not even announced, so she's supposed to say something about she's not in government right now. So she's a coward for not saying something yesterday about a bill that's pending?
You got me all wrong. Okay, listen, no matter what liberals' critiques with Hillary Clinton is, all I have to say is, do you want Rand Paul picking the next 3 Supreme Court judges? I'll vote for Hillary Clinton. But the fact is, she has a unique opportunity to lead, and she truly could lead America, because we've never had someone who was more of a shoo-in for the White House in our lifetimes than her if she wants it. And this is a chance for her to rid herself of the shackles of big Wall Street money and big insurance company money, because she knows that she could be a populist and get in there through democracy alone, not by having to buy the election. But she's not going to do it, and it breaks my heart, because she's the one hope for real leadership for the next 10 years. And I just see her playing it safe, and then who knows what she'll do when she's...
Let me give you 3 more words that are even more terrifying than President Rand Paul, and that would be President Rick Perry.
Yep.
Rick Perry wants you to know he isn't worried about his perceived lack of book smarts, because that's not what a presidential campaign's about. He's the little dumber boy. Here he is. He said running for the presidency is not an IQ test. It's It's a test of an individual's resolve. It's a test of an individual's philosophy. It's a test of an individual's life experiences. I think over the course of the last 2 years, people realize that what they saw in 2011 is certainly not the person they're looking at in 2013, 14, or 15. No, he has gotten a new degree at LensCrafters, John. That's not the same guy.
Oh, no, he's crack ahead.
No, he's Clark Kent now. He's much smarter.
He's Clark Kent without a phone booth.
Let's go to Art in Chicago. Hey, Art, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, John. Good morning, Art.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, Art.
Thank you. Hey, listen, I just called my 3 grandsons after listening to the news about the budget. I wished them a Merry Christmas, and for a gift, I'm going to give you a $100,000 IOU that you have to repay. That $9.5 trillion we're in debt. I don't understand that. We're hurting the future of our children.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Our kids now get to pay for the next big bank bailout.
Yes.
Right.
Very much. No, we need jobs.
We need to cut Head Start and childhood education and stuff like that. Or what, as Stephen Colbert says, what sort of future will we be leaving to our children, John? Right?
What chance for they can pay tomorrow for a rich guy's tax cut today?
That's right.
Oh, Art. He was at a holiday festive
He was
mood.
adorable.
Oh gosh, Paul in Michigan, you're on with John. Hello, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, but either one of them will become president in 2000 and never. I've been hearing so-called progressives for 5 years saying Dodd-Frank was useless, which was BS. Now they're blaming the Democrats for the Republicans weakening it. Obama didn't give Wall Street a lecture. He re-regulated it. That's what Dodd-Frank and the Volcker Rule are. And people who blame both parties for the Republicans' corruption are only giving us more Republican corruption. And also,
that's
Clinton,
very true. Very true. But I would say that the problem people had with Dodd-Frank was that it was sort of like just adding more watchdogs. It was like trying to solve a shark problem by hiring more lifeguards and not driving away the sharks. And one thing that it did get right was, it kept derivatives trading in place, but they couldn't automatically count on a taxpayer bailout if they bankrupted the economy again. However, now, under the Omnibus bill, they can go ahead and just have a guarantee that they can gamble away trillions on derivatives trading and know that our kids will bail them out no matter what. It's delivered. It's already decided. We are going to bail out the banks after they loot us again. And we only get upset in this country when black folks loot appliances, not when banks loot the Treasury.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But my point is the Republicans are doing this, not the Democrats. The Democrats gave us Dodd-Frank. They're in a tight spot right now. They really have no choice almost. You can't blame Obama for this.
Well, that's what I said. It's a bunch of bad options because of the midterms, Paul. That's only going to get worse in January when, there's more Republicans there.
Yeah. Exactly right. Obama's hands are tied, but the fact is, this is what he ran against. I mean, this is...
Right, but John, our options were gut the executive action on don't fund the executive action on immigration, gut Obamacare, shut down the government. I mean, where were the good options here?
Right.
Or this would have happened anyway with the bank thing in January, right?
Look, I would have said go ahead and gut the immigration option. More people will be hurt. As much as that would hurt people, more people will be hurt by allowing another Wall Street bailout and by making it harder for undocumented workers to gain citizenship. And then Obama could have just rewritten that and issued a whole new executive order with different language a year from now. I mean, that's one way he could have done it. I'd like to think he would still do it, and I'd like to think that's a trade he'll make. But there's no line item veto. This is what the president wants on his desk, and he's going to sign it. So Dodd-Frank is killed by Democrats and Republicans equally.
Well, it's not equal, though. That's the thing. I mean, in a perfect world, he should say, no, I'm not going to sign. And then the Republicans say, well, Obama shut down the government. I mean, what's his other option?
I know. Well, I just pitched you one. What if Obama gave up immigration reform? What if he gave up on that for now and then did a new executive order and just stabbed him in the back?
There would have been...
Then they'll just add another requirement. Oh, we want him to do this. We want him to defund Obamacare.
Yeah.
They won't accept that.
Then we don't even need him to...
And frankly, Hispanics have been waiting long enough for this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just for politically, because it's the right thing to do.
You know what? The racist Southern plantation owners have always controlled this country. They've always controlled this economy. They can lose civil wars, they can lose elections, but the racist Southern plantation owners will still win. The Confederacy is still in play. They are still fighting for control of the country. That's it. It's 200 years and nothing's changed.
Yep. All right, we have one more segment. Fridays with Field Goal Slang as we roll along on the Stephanie Miller Show.
She puts the broad back in broadcasting. It's the Stephanie Miller Show.
Hello, Free Speech TV land. If you don't want me to feed this small dog to my large dog Max because of our lack of funds around here, please give generously. It's fund drive time here at Free Speech TV land. Who even knows where this small dog came from? Who knows where he's going to go? Won't you please open your arms of an angel and give freely at freespeech.org? Or you could call 1-877-378-8669 to make a donation, right, Jim, and stand with your network.
Please do.
Stand for cuteness. Stand for love. Stand for the angels.
Yes, hey, there you go.
Stand for Ewoks.
Why do you have an Ewok?
I don't know where he came from. Magical things happen during fund drive season.
That's right. Did you pick him out of a pile of leaves outside?
Listen, and I'm not giving him away as a premium. Listen, for a $60 donation, we're going to send actual coal to the actual Koch brothers.
Yes. And
you get a Stephanie Miller Show Drink, Cry, Quit water bottle. We have great premiums. We have fleece jackets. We have the Stephanie Miller wine set.
I wore the fleece jacket to work this morning. It is cozy.
We have a $1,000 tax-deductible donation for lunch with Mama and the Mooks.
Please,
right?
Feed me.
Wildly popular. Perhaps we'll even bring this little Ewok with us. Who can say?
He doesn't eat much.
He doesn't eat much, please.
But I do, and I need to eat. So if you give $1,000, we'll have lunch at a really delicious restaurant with a couple of cocktails. And you get to ask us anything.
This dog only eats a thimbleful of food a year, and I can't afford even that. Please help us. Freespeech.org. Do it now. It's the giving season.
It is the giving season.
It's tax-deductible.
And do it before the end of the year so you can take it off of this year's taxes. That's important.
Right. Do it for the Ewoks.
How much is that doggy in the window?
$1,000. And then we'll throw in lunch with Mama and the Mooks.
Yes.
We love you, Free Speech TV land.
We love you.
Do it. Do it now, please.
Do it now. And things of this nature.
Oh, look at that. All torture all the time. Every soundbite torture.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was horrifying.
Yeah, that was some heavy reading.
Yeah.
Yikes. All right. So a lot to talk about with that. First of all, Happy Hour Podcast Love Letter. No better time to drink than this week, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Ryan from Collingswood, New Jersey writes, Steph, after listening to this week's Happy Hour podcast, I can't decide who's better, Rick Overton or Frangela. They're both amazing to the hilt. This is true.
They are.
Yes. I have gone out of my way, at least time-wise, listening over and over to all 4 episodes, 2 of Rick, 2 of Frangela. You'd most likely have large numbers of thermonuclear comedy casualties if they were to join forces. That is too much. That would be too much.
And we don't have enough microphones.
No, we don't have enough microphones. And it would open a wormhole in the comedy universe. Yeah. By the way, P.S. He has a friend that's giving his 5-year-old grandson a fart piano. Who knew such a thing existed? a toy piano that plays the notes as farts for Christmas. We have a Christmas fart song.
I've got your credit card number. I can go
He
there and
played a
order
little
one.
for us. Just think how much more you could class up the SM show with that baby. Fart piano. All right. Okay. I think that's about the part where you need to get. All right. Oh,
That was you with seaweed salad.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of love letters, so you know the thing that, I don't know, little party thing they're giving to honor me this weekend that neither of you are going to?
What? Because we got the invitation on a heavy party weekend. We got it a week
okay.
beforehand.
It's the weekend with every holiday party.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you two didn't really even reply to me. Guess who did? Speaking of love letters.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you see who that is? Lawrence O'Donnell, MSNBC.
With his regrets, of course.
Well, he has a good excuse. He's in New York.
He's not coming either. We're in good company, Chris.
Yeah, we are.
Stephanie Miller.
It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Welcome to it. 50 minutes after the hour. 1-800-STEPH-12, the phone number. Toll free from anywhere. Greg writes, Steph, I love Fugelsang's joke about derivatives. It's nice to see he's so invested in financial humor. See what we did.
Oh, boy.
We built that. Okay.
Hey, thanks for playing Tom Petty's Christmas All Over Again. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
You're welcome. I played that especially for you, actually.
Thank you very much. It's a great one.
Yeah.
Aw. Hey, I have a guess the quote that it's 1 degree of Stephanie Miller separation here.
Okay.
Who said freedom is not when the banks are less regulated than my womb?
Paul Lynde.
No, really bad guess. Tina Dupuis,
Oh.
who, by the way, is going to join us for a happy hour podcast in the new year.
She's our very first happy hour podcast of the new year.
Oh, very nice.
They're
Yes.
exciting live in studio.
And we're going to give her some wine, whether she wants it or not.
That's great. Good. May you have better luck with her than I've had all these years.
I think Jim wants to try rectal hydration, and we said, Jim, no, stop it. All right. John.
Boy, rectal hydration kind of puts Cosby into perspective. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. What the?
It's more than just a wine and a pill.
Here, have a pill. John Brennan yesterday, more of this.
The cause and effect relationship between the use of EITs and useful information subsequently provided by the detainee is, in my view, unknowable.
Oh, please. I'm glad Dianne Feinstein live tweeted this like we talked about, John, because it is knowable.
Yeah.
It is knowable. We got the information before we, this is what I said, what made me so crazy about Zero Dark 30. That's been, because there was torture in the same time period that we got this information, it strongly implied that it was because of that torture, and it was not.
Mm-hmm. Immoral, brutal, and ineffective. But enough about Bush's economic plan.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's horrible, and we, these people who keep defending it, it's like you can defend the torture, but number one, stop claiming America's the good guy, and number two, stop calling yourself Christian. Find a new holiday to celebrate this month.
Yeah.
How you can believe in the Jesus, you can believe in the torture, you can't believe in the both.
No. By the way, welcome to Flashback Friday, everybody.
Uh-oh.
George Tenet in 2007, remember? He said, we don't torture people. He told Scott Pelley in 2007.
Yeah, in 60 Minutes. I remember that.
Yeah. He said...
George Bush said it, and George Bush said it repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then Cheney threw him under the bus, which was so awesome.
So he just wrote it.
Under the bus, but thanks to Chris Christie, the bus was 4 hours late.
So he, Tenet and other CIA leaders wrote a Wall Street Journal, of course, rebutting this, the torture report. He says the CIA's programs saved thousands of lives. Oh, I see. With no proof of that. Just and then he went on to talk about the information from Zabudaya and Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. We are convinced we both would not have talked absent the interrogation program. However, according to former FBI agent Ali Soufan, who had taken part in the interrogation of Zubaydah before the use of waterboarding and other harsh torture, I'm not even going to use that euphemism, valuable information was provided as a result of nonviolent questioning. He said Zubaydah did not stop talking. Introducing the techniques made him stop talking.